I can't really find anything online that's good info on how to remove batteries from a 2015 International Prostar. I am going to show you guys what I did. First, you got brackets here that mine were broken when I got this truck, and the brackets I had to put on there got rusted and frozen and everything, so I just sawzalled them off, and now I just put a bungee from here. I go straight across, I bungee it on there until I can get some other brackets put on there, or I'll just get a whole new lid. Now the batteries on the 2015 International Prostar for the truck, not for the APU, are located underneath the passenger side seat. So you have to lift up this lid, and they are located in there. There's 4 of them. They run in a series. I've already taken these out, but then I left the truck sit for a few days, so they died, so I gotta take them out again. Now, to do this the correct way, you have to take off the skirt. That's a pain in the butt. And if the bolts are rusted and you can't get them off, you end up snapping them off. And that's even more of a pain in the butt. You got a bolt in there, you got some there, another one there, another one there. This one already snapped off, plus the ones underneath. To be honest, I don't even know exactly how it comes off because I've never done it, because I just found an easier way to do it. These 4 bolts here are torque 40. So I just take these off, remove this step, and then underneath the step, which you can't see with the step on, but is the plastic. Right behind the plastic, I just cut a piece of plastic off so I can lift up the battery straight up and pull it out, the first one. Then the rest I'll move down, turn them sideways, and bring them out. To me, that's a lot easier. Less bolts. This bracket that holds the batteries on, they go into little holes back here on the sides, one there, one there. They're a pain in the butt to put in. So I just threw a bunch of bungees on there right now to hold it in. There is a lip down here on the bottom that keeps the batteries in, and then with all these bungees, they stay in, they don't come out. But I'll show you in a minute exactly what I'm talking about after I remove this step. Stand by. Alright, I released the bolts. Like I said, there's 4 bolts there, torque 40. So I've taken those off, put them right inside my door so I don't lose them. The step just lifts right off, straight up. I'll put that in my car because I gotta take the batteries out and charge it. Now here, this is already comes like this, and it has a little hole over here. What I did, there's a bracket that comes out back here. I think it came to about right here. And I didn't think that was enough. I tried to take it out of just this little slot here. It did not come out, so I had to cut the hole a little bigger. So I just took a sawzall, regular handsaw, whatever you have, and cut the plastic back here, make it wider, a little wider than 1 battery, so about the width of 2 batteries. Cut here, straight down, take this piece of plastic out, throw it away, because when you have the step on, you can't even see that. These are the brackets for the steps. Try not to lose them. They usually won't come out. They're clipped in there, but you never know. If they do come out, just make sure you keep them. You can do some, a bungee up this to give you a little more room to pull the batteries out. I'm gonna take these bungees off, and then I'll move this bracket again, and then I will show you how to take the first battery out. Be right back. Alright, I took the bungees off. This is the bracket right here. It has these little hooks that hook into the side and go up, and as you tighten down, the bracket moves down to the corner of the batteries. They go, I don't know if you can see it or not, right into that hook right there. Sorry about that. I pressed stop on my phone for an accident. They go from the inside out and then up on both sides, one on each side. So you got that one right there on the bottom, and you got that one right there. So it would be this way and then up, which is a pain in the butt to do. So like I said, I just put the bracket there and bungee it in. To me, it's good to go. Now, don't do what I did the first time, because I'm not a mechanic. All I did is I started taking off all the screws for the battery terminals, and then lifted it all up and started taking out the batteries. When I came back, yeah, it's a series. So I didn't remember which plug went to which terminal and which jumper went where. So do yourself a favor, take a picture before you start of where the wires are. Yes, I know they're all corroded. I did clean some of them. I definitely cleaned off all the terminals on my first time around. I gotta get some. I have some battery spray that cleans up the terminals and cleans off all that corrosion. I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'm gonna take off all the terminals, the screws here, and then I'll get back with you to show you how I take the first battery out. I did forget to mention on my truck, you got your main ground from the truck coming this way to your first battery, then you have a jumper to the second. This is a main coming from the truck to the first battery, and then there's jumpers after that. The second battery also, actually this is not the main, this is the main right here to the truck, and then there's jumpers from the second to the third, from the third to the fourth, and that's how it goes for the negatives. There's a jumper first to second, another jumper, and then another jumper in the back, plus all these other gizmos and gadgets that International put on my truck here for all the other stuff, the automatic or the electric APU, which the electric APU batteries actually are in this case right here. There's 4 there, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. So there's 4 for the electric APU. That's just the cover. You take the cover off, then you have your access to your batteries. Those are a heck of a lot easier than these, obviously. Now I'll take the screws out and I'll get back with you. Alright, I got all the nuts off. Now another thing you can do, which I do, not that it really matters, but I line up the screws exactly how I pulled them out, from left to right, front, back. Where the jumper was when I pulled it out, it was connecting the 2 batteries in the middle. So that's where I line them up exactly the way they came off. Is how I put them up here on my board. My bolts are 14 millimeter. I'm sure yours are the same. If not, you know, find the ones you need. But mine were 14 millimeter to get them all out. Now you can use a pry bar. I have a good old-fashioned wrench thingamajiggy, battery iron, tire iron, because you're gonna need to. You don't need to. My batteries have handles, but it's a lot easier to just, when I lift up the battery, put the pry bar under so that I can just guide it right over that lip. I don't know how I'm gonna do this with one hand, but let's see how it goes. Maybe I can put this here somewhere. Let me try to find something to prop up my phone. See if I can get it to stand up. That way I can do this without hurting myself. But Hopefully my phone doesn't fall down. So this is all one pretty much big bunch of bundled up wire. You got to get them off the terminals. Now, obviously, I start with the one right in front of my hole because that's the easiest thing to do. You don't want to make a hole here and try to pull this one out. So, this is my hole right here. This will be the one I start with. In the butt, but I still think it's a lot easier than taking your entire skirt off. Move these batteries to the side. Since your bar's not in there, it'll give you some room to work with. Once you get the first one on the lip, hopefully it didn't grab back up again in the back. See how I have it on the lip? Right there. I apologize for the movement of the camera, I just can't get it to stay there. This first one's gonna come out, and then you can either pull it straight out, up and down, or you can bring it to about this area here and then turn it and finish bringing it out. Caught in the back. Damn it, I keep hitting the camera. Phone. And these are not light. Once you get that first one out, the rest, well, should be a piece of cake. I'm gonna put this one in the car. I'll be right back. Now you can either go from the left, slide it down. I bring this one out next. That way I have more room for the last two. Try to do this one on camera too, and then I'll do the last two off camera so I can just get them out. This one, like I said, as long as you don't get caught in the back, you just lean it over. And then they come right out. Now, if you want, you can mark these batteries if you're going to just charge them. And if you want to put them back the way you got them, you can mark L, and then over here R, left, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, however way you want to mark it. Just throw a little marker or pen or whatever on the side, L1, L2, R1, R2, or whatever, however way you want to mark it. When I charge them, I don't really care how I put them back. You just want to put back, obviously, the first one in, which was this one, is the, or I'm sorry, the first one out is the last one in. Obviously, to make it easier. So, I took this one out first. For me, it's easier to take that one out second. Now it doesn't matter which way I go. When I come back, I do the exact same thing. I put one in, slide it all the way to the right, put one in, slide it all the way to the left, put the next one in about right here in the middle, and tip it up so it'll fall here, and that way my last one is there and goes in pretty smooth. All right, and that's how I take out my batteries on a 2015 International Prostar. Yeah, it's dirty. I've been sitting for a while. Alrighty. Hope this helps you guys out, since there was nothing out there to help me out when I was looking. I hope this helps you guys out. If it does, I'd appreciate a like. Any comments, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, I reply back to all of them. And if you like this and it helped you out, please share it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.